Hello everyone, this is Pranshi Verma. Welcome to the session Official Google Cloud Data Engineer Exam Assessment Test 2021. In today's session, we will discuss Chapter 1, Selecting Appropriate Storage Technologies. Okay, now let's begin the session. In this assessment, your first question is: a developer is planning a mobile application for your company's customers to use to track information about their accounts. The developer is asking for your advice on storage technologies. In one case, the developer explains that they want to write message each time a significant event occurs, such as the client opening, viewing, or deleting an account. This data is collected for compliance reasons and the developer wants to minimize administrative overhead. What system would you recommend for storing this data? Okay, according to discussion, option A, B, C, D are given here. So my dear students, option A is Cloud SQL using MySQL. Option B, Cloud SQL using PostgreSQL. Option C, Cloud Data Store. And option D, Stack Driver Logging. Okay, in this case, correct answer is option D, Stack Driver Logging. Because Stack Driver Logging is a managed service designed for storing logging data. For example, opening, viewing, or deleting an account. Okay. If we are talking about option A, Cloud SQL using MySQL, and option B, Cloud SQL using PostgreSQL, they both are not fit in this question because the developer would have to design and maintain a relational data model and user interface to view and manage log data. Okay, means login data. If we are talking about Cloud Data Store, option C. So in this case, Cloud Data Store option C is incorrect because Cloud Data Store would not require a fixed data model, but it would still require the developer to create and maintain a user interface to manage log events. Okay. Now, next question. You are responsible for developing an ingestion mechanism for a large number of IoT sensors. The ingestion service should accept data up to 10 minutes late. The service also performs some transformations before writing the data to a database. Which of the managed service would be the best option for managing late arriving data and performing transformations? Option A, B, C, D are given here. And in this question, guys, correct answer is option B, Cloud Data Flow. Because Cloud Data Flow is a stream and batch processing service that is used for transforming data and processing streaming data. Okay, if we are talking about option A, Cloud Data Proc, so Cloud Data Proc is incorrect because Cloud Data Proc is a managed Hadoop and Spark service and not as well suited as Cloud Data Flow for the kind of stream processing specified. Okay, if we are talking about option C, Cloud Data Prep, Cloud Data Prep is incorrect in this case because Cloud Data Prep is an interactive tool for exploring and preparing data sets for analysis. Okay, if we are talking about option D, Cloud SQL, so Cloud SQL is not suitable in this case because Cloud SQL is a relational database service. So it may be used to store data, but it's not a service specifically for ingesting and transforming data before writing to a database. Okay, so here in this question, best answer is option B, Cloud Data Flow. Okay, next question. A team of analysts has collected several CSV datasets with a total size of 50 GB. They plan to store the datasets in GCP and use Compute Engine instance to run RStudio, an interactive statistical application. Data will be loaded into RStudio using an RStudio data loading tool. Which of the following is most appropriate GCP storage service for the datasets? Option A, Cloud Storage. Option B, Cloud Data Store. Option C, MongoDB. And option D is Bigtable. In this question, your correct answer is option A, Cloud Storage. Why Cloud Storage is correct answer? Because in Cloud Storage, the data in the files is treated as an atomic unit of data that is loaded into RStudio. Okay, if we are talking about option B, Cloud Data Store, and option C, MongoDB, so they both are incorrect in this case because those are documents databases and there is no requirement for storing the data in semi-structured format with support for fully indexing querying. Okay, and also MongoDB is not a GCP service. Okay, and if we are talking about option D, Bigtable. Bigtable is incorrect in this case because although you could load CSV data into a Bigtable table, the volume of data is not sufficient to warrant using Bigtable. Okay, so in this case, best answer is option A, cloud storage. Okay, next question. A team of analysts has collected several terabytes of telemetry data and CSV datasets. They plan to store the datasets in GCP and query and analyze the data using SQL. Which of the following is the most appropriate GCP storage service for the datasets? Option A, Cloud SQL, option B, Cloud Spanner, option C, BigQuery, and option D, Bigtable. My dear students, correct answer in this question is option C, BigQuery. BigQuery is correct answer because which is a managed analytical database service that supports SQL and scales to petabytes volume of data. Okay, if we are talking about option A, Cloud SQL, and option B, Cloud Spanner, so they both are incorrect because both are used for transaction processing applications, not analytics. Okay, obviously they both are incorrect. Okay, if we are talking about option D, Bigtable. So as you know, Bigtable doesn't support SQL. Okay, so Bigtable is incorrect and best answer for this question is option C, BigQuery. Okay, now next question. You have been hired to consult with a startup that is developing software for self-driving vehicles. The company's product uses machine learning to predict the trajectory of persons and vehicles. Currently, the software is being developed using 20 vehicles all located in the same city. IoT data is sent from vehicles every 60 seconds to a MySQL database running on a compute engine instance using an N2 standard 8 type with 8 vCPUs and 16 GB of memory. The startup wants to review their architecture and make any necessary changes to support tens of thousands of self-driving vehicles, all transmitting IoT data every second. The vehicles will be located across North America and Europe. Approximately 4 KB of data is sent in each transmission. What changes to the architecture would you recommend in this case? This is very important question. Option A, B, C, D are given here. And according to this question, guys, correct answer is option C. Replace Cloud SQL with Bigtable. Because in this case, Bigtable is the best storage service for IoT data, especially when a large number of devices will be sending data at short intervals. Just focus on the question. IoT data is sent from vehicles every 60 seconds. Means it's a very small time. Okay. So, Bigtable is the best storage service for IoT data, especially when a large number of devices will be sending data at short intervals. Okay. If we are talking about none, the current architecture is well suited to the use case is incorrect because Cloud SQL designed for transaction processing at a regional level. Okay. If we are talking about option B, replace Cloud SQL with Cloud Spanner, it's also incorrect because Cloud Spanner is designed for transaction processing and although it scales to globe levels, it's not the best option for IoT data. Okay. If we are talking about option D, replace Cloud SQL with Cloud Data Store, it's also incorrect in this question because there is no need to index the semi-structured type of data. Okay. So Cloud SQL with Cloud Data Store, it's not correct answer. Okay. In this case, correct answer is option C. Replace Cloud SQL with Bigtable. Okay. Next question. As a member of team of game developers, you have been tasked with devising a way to track players' positions Positions may be purchased from a catalog, traded with other players, or awarded for games activities. Positions are categorized as clothing, tools, books, and coins. Players may have any number of positions of any type. Players can search for other players who have particular positions type of facilitate trading. The game designer has informed you that there will likely to new types of positions and ways to acquire them in the future. What kind of data store would you recommend using in this case? Option A, transactional database. Option B, white column database. And option C, document database. Option D is analytical database. My dear students, in this case, correct answer is option C, document database. Because just check it out the question. In this question, positions may be purchased from a catalog, trades with other players, or awarded for game activities. Positions are categorized by clothing, tools, books, and coins. Okay, they all are included in document database. Okay, and the requirement call for a semi-structured schema. Okay, you will need to search players' positions and not just look them up using a single key, because of the requirement for facilitating trading. Option A is transactional database is incorrect in this case because transactional database have fixed schemas and this use case calls a semi-structured schema. Okay. Option B is byte column database is not correct because it doesn't support index lookup, which is needed for searching. Okay. Option D is analytic database is also not correct because analytical databases are structured data stored. Okay, not to be semi-structured or unstructured data stores. Okay. So in this caption, correct answer is option C, document database. Okay. Next question. The CTO of your company wants to reduce the cost of running an HBase and Hadoop cluster on premises. Only one HBase application is run on the cluster. The cluster currently supports 10 terabyte of data, but it's expected to double in the next 6 months. Which of the following managed services would you recommend to replace the on-premises cluster in order to minimize migration and ongoing operational costs? Option A, B, C, D are given here. In this case, correct answer is option A, Cloud Bigtable using the HBase API. Because Cloud Bigtable using the HBase API would minimize migration efforts, and since Bigtable is a managed service, it would help reduce operational cost. Okay. Option A is correct. If we are talking about option B, Cloud Data Flow using the HBase API is not correct because Cloud Data Flow is a stream and batch processing service, not a database. Okay. If we are talking about option C, Cloud Spanner, and option D, Cloud Data Store, they both are not correct because relational databases are not likely to be appropriate choices for an HBase database. Okay, which is a white column NoSQL database, and trying to migrate from a byte column to a relational database would incur unnecessary cost. Okay, so in this case, correct answer is option A, Cloud Bigtable using the HBase API. Okay, now next question. A genomics research institute is developing a platform for analyzing data related to genetic diseases. The genomics data is in a specialized format known as FASTQ, which stores nucleotide sequences and quality scores in a text format. Files may be up to 400 GB and are uploaded in batches. Once the files finishes uploading, an analysis pipeline runs, reads the data in the FASTQ file and outputs data to a database. What storage system is a good option for storing the uploaded FASTQ data? Option A, Cloud Bigtable. Option B, Cloud Data Store. Option C, Cloud Storage. And option D, Cloud Spanner. In this case, correct answer is option C, Cloud Storage. Because The FASTQ files are unstructured since their internal format is not used to organize storage structures. Okay. And also 400 GB is large enough that it's not efficient to store them as objects in a database. Okay. If we are talking about option A, Bigtable, and option B, Cloud Data Store, they both are not correct in this case because a NoSQL database is not needed for the given requirements. Similarly, there is no need to store the data in a structured database like Cloud Spanner, okay? Because in Cloud Spanner, we store the data in a structured manner, okay? So option D, Cloud Spanner, is not correct in this case, and best answer in this case is option C, Cloud Storage. Now, next question. A Genomics Research Institute is developing a platform for analyzing data related to genetic diseases. The genomics data is in a specialized format known as FASTQ, which stores nucleotide sequence and quality score in a text format. Once the file finishes uploading, an analysis pipeline runs, reads the data in the FASTQ file and outputs data to a database. Okay, guys, this question is different from question 8. Don't be confused in this question. Listen to me very carefully. The output is in tabular structure. The data is queried using SQL, and typically queries retrieve only a small number of columns but many rows. What database would you recommend for storing the output of the workflow? Option A, Cloud Bigtable. Option B, Cloud Data Store. Option C, Cloud Storage. And option D, BigQuery. In this case, correct answer is option D, BigQuery. Okay. Because the output is structured, will be queries with SQL and will retrieve a large number of rows but few columns, making this a good user case for columnar storage. Okay, which BigQuery uses? If we are talking about option A, Cloud Bigtable and Cloud Data Store, so they both are not correct and good options in this case because neither database supports SQL. Okay, and option C, Cloud Storage, is incorrect because Cloud Storage is used for unstructured data and doesn't support querying the contents of objects. Okay, so in this case, best and correct answer is option D, BigQuery. Okay. Next question. You are developing a new application and will be storing semi-structured data that will only be accessed by a single key. The total volume of data will be at least 40 terabyte. What GCP database service would you use? Option A, BigQuery. Option B, Bigtable. Option C, Cloud Spanner. And option D, Cloud SQL. In this case, correct answer is option B, Bigtable. Because Bigtable is a wide column NoSQL database that supports semi-structured data and works well with data set over 1 terabyte. Okay. If we are talking about option A, BigQuery, and option D, Cloud SQL, option C, Cloud Spanner. So, BigQuery, Cloud Spanner and Cloud SQL, they are incorrect because they all are used for structured data, not to be semi-structured or unstructured data. Option D is Cloud SQL is incorrect because Cloud SQL doesn't currently scale to 40 terabyte in a single database. That's why correct answer in this case is option B, Bigtable. Next question. A group of climate scientists is collecting weather data every minute from 10,000 sensors across the globe. Data often arrives near the beginning of a minute and almost all data arrives within the first 30 seconds of a minute. The data ingestion process is losing some data because servers cannot ingest the data as fast as it's arriving. The scientists have scaled up the number of servers in their managed instance group, but that has not completely eliminated the problem. They do not wish to increase the maximum size of managed instance group. What else can the scientist do to prevent data loss? Option A, write data to a cloud data flow stream. Option B, write data to a cloud pub subtopic. And option C, write data to cloud SQL table. Option D, write data to cloud data prep. Okay, my dear students, this is frequently asked and very important question. Listen to me very carefully. In this question, correct answer is option B, write data to a cloud pub subtopic. Because cloud pub subtopic which can scale automatically to existing workloads. Okay. The ingestion process can read data from the topic and data and then process it. Some data will likely accumulate early in every minute, but the ingestion process can catch up later in the minute after new data stops arriving. Okay, so in this case we are using option B, write data to a cloud pub subtopic. Okay, if we are talking about option A, write data to a cloud data flow stream, is incorrect. Because cloud data flow is a batch and stream processing service. It's not a message queue for buffering data. So option A is incorrect in this case. Option C is write data to cloud SQL table is also incorrect because cloud SQL is not designed to scale for ingestion as needed in this example. Okay. If we are talking about option D, write data to cloud data prep, it's also not correct because cloud data prep is a tool for cleaning and preparing data sets for analysis part. Okay, so in this case best and suitable answer is option B, write data to a cloud pub subtopic. Okay, next question. A software developer asks your advice about storing data. The developer has hundreds of thousands of 1 KB JSON objects that need to be accessed in sub-milliseconds times if possible. All objects are referenced by a key. There is no need to look up values by the contents of the JSON structure. What kind of NoSQL database would you recommend? Option A, key value database. Option B, analytical database. Option C, byte column database. And option D, graph database. In this case, correct answer is option A, key value database. Because this is a good user case for key value databases. Because the value is looked up by key only and the value is a JSON structure. Okay, if we are talking about option B, analytical database, so it's incorrect. Because analytical database are not a type of NoSQL database. Okay. If we are talking about option C, byte column database, it's not a good option for this user case because byte column databases work well with larger databases and it's typically in the terabyte range. Okay. And if we are talking about option D, graph database, it's also incorrect because the data is not modeled as nodes and links such as a network model. Okay. In this case, data is a JSON object that needs to be accessed in sub-millisecond times. Okay. So my dear students, correct answer here is option A, key value database. Okay. Next question. A software developer asks your advice about storing data. The developer has hundreds of thousands of 10 KB JSON objects that needs to be searchable by most attributes in the JSON structure. What kinds of NoSQL database would you recommend? Option A, key value database. Option B, analytical database. Option C, byte column database. And option D, document database. In this case, correct answer is option D, document database. Because a document database could store the volume of data and it provides for indexing on columns other than a single key. Okay. If we are talking about option A, key value database, and option C, byte column database, so they both are incorrect because they don't support indexing on non-key attributes. Okay. If we are talking about option B, analytical database, it's also not correct in this case because analytical is not a type of NoSQL database. Okay, as you know very well. So in this case, correct answer is option D, document database. Next question. A data modeler is designing a database to support ad hoc querying, including drilling down and slicing and dicing queries. What kinds of data model is the data modeler likely to use? Option A, OLTP, option B, OLAP, option C, normalized, and option D, graph. In this question, correct answer is option B. OLAP is the best choice because OLAP data models are designed to support drilling down and slicing and dicing. Okay, if we are talking about option A, OLTP, so OLTP is not suitable in this case because OLTP models are designed to facilitate storing, searching and retrieving individual record in a particular database. Okay, if we are talking about option C, normalized, so normalized is obviously incorrect because OLAP databases often employ denormalization. Okay. Option D is graph is also not correct because graph data models are used to model nodes and their relationships such as those in social networks. Okay. So in this case, best answer is option B, OLAP servers. Okay. Next question. A multinational corporation is building a global inventory database. The database will support OLAP type transactions at a global scale. Which of the following would you consider as possible databases for the system? Option A, Cloud SQL and Cloud Spanner. Option B, Cloud SQL and Cloud Data Store. Option C, Cloud Spanner only, and option D, Cloud Data Store only. My dear students, in this case, correct answer is option C, Cloud Spanner only. Because Cloud Spanner is the only globally scalable relational database for OLTP applications. Okay. If we are talking about option A and option B, so they both are incorrect because Cloud SQL will not meet the scaling requirements. Okay. Option B is Cloud SQL and Cloud Data Store. It's also incorrect because Cloud Data Store doesn't support OLTP models. Okay. So in this question, correct answer is option C, Cloud Spanner only. Okay. Because Cloud Spanner is the only globally scalable relational database for OLTP applications. Okay. Okay guys, now let's wind up the session. See you in the next session. If you like the video, please hit the like button and make sure to subscribe to my channel for more updates. Thanks for watching this video. Bye bye. Take care. Because Cloud Spanner is the only globally scalable relational database for OLTP applications. Okay. Okay guys, now let's wind up the session. See you in the next session. If you like the video, please hit the like button and make sure to subscribe to my channel for more updates. Thanks for watching this video. Bye bye. Take care.